Okay, hi. So I'm going to go through what you're going to do for week one. So in week one, we are going to recap the basics of Python. Yeah. So I think you've learned Python before in year one. So, but I don't know how many of you remember uh, the syntax and how to write. So for this module for AI applications, we are going to write some code now. Okay, and the code is going to be a bit more lengthy. So let me just show you a sample here. Okay, so now in job, let me just show you job 2. Job 2 is quite heavyweight for designing an AI model. Now you're going to write quite a bit of Python code. Like you see, you're importing libraries here, and then you're going to load the data set, and then you're going to define a list with all these names here. Now, all of this might look a bit alien to you. To some of you, you maybe can remember from what you learned in year one in your basic Python programming. So, in order to give you a good starter on all this syntax, you see, for example, you're writing this out, for loop here, yeah. So, in order to give you a good starter, I hope to get you all to do an online course. An online course that will actually recap your Python programming knowledge. Okay. So we are going to use this website quite a lot. So let's head on to this website first. Let's go to kaggle.com. Now, kaggle.com is the website we are going to use to practice most of our things in this module. Okay. Now, what is Kaggle? Okay, so now Kaggle is this. Let's get to, let me go to Kaggle main page and then try and show you. Okay. So Kaggle, yeah. Okay, sorry. I'll just log out now. Okay. Okay, I signed out of my account first. Okay, now Kaggle is very popular for competitions, from what I remember. But now it's grown out to become a superpower for data science and for competitions, hackathons, also for benchmarking AI models. So all those new AI models like Google, Gemini, uh, GPT 5.5, 5.4 that came out, they're all being benchmarked here also. But the exciting one is there's a lot of data as well. So like a lot of people's Airbnb data, movies and TV data. So you can find a lot of data sets here also for free to create AI models. But we are going to start to learn the basics now. Okay. So what we are going to do, or what I need you to do, is to register for an account. So you can register with your own personal Google, or you can register with an email. Yeah, whichever is okay, because this is free. Yeah, free for everyone to use and to learn. Yeah. So I'm going to use, I already have an account, so I'm going to just sign in. So I trust all of you know how to register. If you're not sure how to register, you can approach me now. Okay. But assuming you know how to register for a free account, let me sign in. I'm going to sign in with my Google account, which is faster for me. So then now here I am. This is Kaggle's main page lah. Okay, so now in Kaggle's main page, uh, wait, I got to. If you scroll down your left, there's a lot of tabs here. So you see under competitions, you can see competitions that are being hosted worldwide for AI lah, or machine learning. See, there's a Pokemon uh, card game hackathon where they are offering a prize money of $240,000. There's ARC. I don't know what does ARC stand for. Yeah. But there's also biology hacking and so on. Yeah, AI agent security, trying to predict golfing. Yeah, so there's a lot of competitions here where people actually offer money, and some are swag prices lah, collectible items. Okay, so with that, what we want to hope to do is this: learn. So you click on learn. Okay, then you see in learn there are a lot of parts and a lot of courses that you can learn at your free time to learn more about AI lah. There's a lot here, like what is natural language processing, what is JAX, what is R. These are all different languages, yeah. So we are going to start with a very basic one. Can you all look for intro to programming? Okay, so this is the important one for this module. If you can't find it, what you can do is also you can type intro to programming, yeah. Then hit enter. There will be a few results. What you want to do is look for the course. Okay, let's look for courses here. You see the courses filter here, and you see intro to programming. Yeah, so there'll be like notebooks, topics, comments. We don't want all of that. We want courses. So I selected courses. And over here, you can see intro to programming. Okay, you click on intro to programming. Okay, now there are 5 lessons here that I hope you will complete by week 1 lah. Okay, and then in class, we will do more exercises where I will give you some exercises to also recap all of these. And then we have a quiz to do lah for the week. Okay, so now it's estimated to take 5 hours to complete, but I think some of you will complete faster, some of you will complete slower. Okay, so then what you want to do is, you see all these lessons about arithmetic and variable, functions. Chapter 3 is data types. Chapter 4 is conditions and conditional statements, and the last one is intro to lists. Okay, so what I want you to do is to click on the tutorial first. So when you click on the tutorial, you will launch up the tutorial, and then you have something to read here. Yeah, so you'll be reading the tutorial here, paragraph by paragraph, and then the first thing they're going to teach you is printing. For example, print bracket bracket hello world. So when you run this command, you get an output of hello world. Okay, so similarly, they are going to go through some of those ideas that have already been taught in year 1 lah. Okay, so arithmetic means plus, minus, times, divide, or addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So you can print 1 plus 2. So you print the answer. You won't print 1 plus 2. Right? Okay. So similarly, you can print 9 minus 5. It will do the subtraction. So it will teach you all the very simple stuff here to recap some Python syntax. Print, multiply, and so on. Yeah. Now the next one is creating variables. So I think you get the idea. I'm not going to teach the entire lesson. I hope you can go through all the way. As you see, these are all the different contents you will be covering. And then what's next? Now this is where you move on. After you finish the tutorial, you click on the next, you go to the exercise. Now this exercise, let me explain a bit, because you're going to use this thing or use this exercise notebook a lot. Okay, you're going to keep using notebooks from week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down till the final project. And in the final project, you will build a server. Okay, so not just a notebook, you'll build a full app lah. Okay, so this is a notebook. Yeah. Now in a notebook, you can there are usually 2 parts lah. Okay, there is code, there is markdown. There is code, there is markdown. Okay, code is where you write your Python code, like print hello world, print 1 plus 2, and so on. Markdown is where you write all these English words here. So if you just watch here and I double click here, you see what happens to this cell? Suddenly it looks a bit alien, right? Yeah, and then if I want to get rid of this, I need to click away, or I can hit Shift Enter. Shift Enter, it will go back to the normal formatting. Now, you see these words here, it is very big size, right, in header format. So in Markdown, if you want to put a header, you will put what we call a hash here. Okay, so so then this becomes a bold header in Markdown. Markdown is a way of formatting. Yeah, so let me just quickly show you what is a Markdown. Okay, so Markdown is a language. Yeah, it formats your words. It helps you write tables, gives you structure. So there are a lot of formatting like bold, italic, lists, links, images, code blocks, quotations. Yeah. So we don't learn everything. I'm just showing you why is it this way lah. Okay. And similarly, you see the bullet point here. The bullet point is just a dash here. Okay. And then you want this to be setup complete is a keyword, right? We can put this as a block code. So we put this with backticks. Backtick. This is called a backtick. Yeah. The backtick is the one beside the number 1, on the left of the number 1 on the keyboard. Yeah. And then you want to get rid of this. Press Shift Enter. You will get back your Markdown. Okay. So now there's a Markdown here. Then there's code here. Now, in order to run this tutorial, they'll always ask you to set up the Learn Tools lah. So to run the code, there's usually a play button here. You can press the play button. And then what will happen is your your notebook will start to connect to their CPU. So Kaggle offers free CPUs, RAM, like 0.5 gigabytes of, max 30 gigabytes of RAM, which is very high, and also 57 gigabytes of, 57 gigabytes of hard disk space. Yeah. So this is like a computer, okay? But this computer is on their website, on their servers, okay? So let's run this again. Now it says setup complete, right? So it has set up. And then now we are going to start to do question 1. Okay. So now for each question, you need to read the instructions here, question 1. Next, you will run some code from the tutorial so you can see how it works for yourself. Run the next code cell without changes. Okay, so they ask you not to change and we want to run. So run means press the play button. Okay, so now run. So now they already put in some code to check. Yeah, this one do not remove. They say do not remove. This to check your code. So if you don't remove this, then your exercise will pass. Then you complete the exercise. Yeah. If you remove this accidentally, your entire exercise will not pass. Then you're going to have problems completing this exercise. Okay. So follow the instructions here. Do not remove. Now this is your code. So you print hello world and then it just printed hello world here. This is the answer. Now in question 2, you will print another message. To do this change, they're asking you to do some work. Okay, see when you do that, this happens. Okay, change. Print your message here to a different message. You want it to change it to good morning or print I am learning how to code with a smiley face and so on. Or you might want to print something else. So basically, they just want you to change this message. I'm going to change this to good morning. Yeah. And then I'm just going to put an exclamation mark. Now they're going to check this whether I did whatever they asked me to do correctly. Okay, then we run the cell. Okay, once you have printed your own message, you're ready to move on to the next question. Okay, so do read the words here. Yeah, so reading is very important. Please patiently read. I'm going very fast so as to show you an example. Just read through all of this. So question 3, as you have learned in this tutorial, a comment. Okay, a comment is this hash sign. In Markdown, it is a header. In Python, it is a comment. Comment means not code. Yeah. So this, for example, they ask you to uncomment to get a hint. That means you remove this. Yeah. This to uncomment. Yeah. They put the instructions here. Remove the hash in front of question 3.hint. I can read the instructions so it's a bit faster. Okay. Uncomment to view the solution. You see the comment here? I take away. So this is uncomment. And then I can run this cell as well. Now instead of pressing the play button to run the cell, I'm going to press Shift Enter. That's a shortcut. Okay, so now if every question has got hints, yeah? So that's the good thing. If you're ever stuck, you can just do Q3 or whatever is the question number here. For example, we are on question 3. So you can do Q3.hint or Q3.solution to see the answer itself. Yeah, so they'll give you the answer. So you need to put in the answer so that your exercise will complete. But I hope you all will really go through it, try your best to solve it. If you really cannot, just show yourself the answer, yeah? Or you can look for me, lah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, now question 4. You have defined several variables to calculate the total number of seconds in a year. Run the next code cell to, so this calculating the number of seconds in 1 year. So 1 year, how many seconds? So in 1 year, okay, so this one 4 years, okay? In 4 years, each year has got 365 days. Each day has got 24 hours. Each day has got 60 minutes. And each minute has got 60 seconds. So they take all of this. They take the seconds per minute times the minutes per hour times the hours per day times the days per year times the number of years. And then it will calculate the total seconds for you. So we just run this and gives you an answer. For 4 years, there are this number of seconds. I'm not going to try to pronounce this number. Yeah, very big. So now similarly, they want you to do the next code cell to do this. Births per minute and set it to 250. So over here, you set this to 250. Okay. And then births per day. To set this value, you should use births per minute and some variables from your previous code cell. Okay, so now set the value of births per day. So 1 minute is 250. So in 1 day is birth per minute, this one, birth per minute, times in 1 minute there's 250, and then there are 60 minutes, right? So minutes per hour. So they want you to use this variable here. So then you can get the births per day. 1 minute, there are 250. So how many minutes are there per hour? 60. So you get births per day. Oh no, not yet. Per day, right? This per hour, and then how many hours are there in a day? 24 hours. So we take this, we go here, times hours per day, and then we check the answer. And then you see, they tell me correct. Now I'm going to purposely do it wrongly. Just now I nearly forgot this. I only did for 1 hour. So they will tell you incorrect, yeah? If you do it wrongly. Okay? Okay, so now we run this again. Okay, and then finally you can, if let's say you didn't know the answer, you can get a hint. They'll give you some words okay, to read. Yeah? If you still read, don't understand, you can see the solution. Okay? Worst case scenario. There, they tell you the answer here. Okay? So then you can just copy this answer, go back to here, you have to complete this, and then paste and then rerun the cell so you can get it correct. You must get it correct, else you can't move on to the next. You can't complete the entire tutorial. Okay? Okay, and then question 5, mark with the chili. Now this chili symbol is a lot more harder, a bit more harder. Okay? Okay, now they are telling you some things here. Okay, so I'm not going to read because I think I roughly know. Okay? So this one, you'll do this in AI fundamentals, yeah, the Titanic data set. Just to show you a quick example, okay? Okay, now, in the code cell below, replace underlines to calculate the values for 2 more variables. Survive fraction. Now, survive fraction is the number of people who survived. A fraction of what? Sorry. Okay. Survive out of total. Oh, okay. Should be survive fraction is survive divided by total, I think. Yeah. Okay. So we try this. Survive by total. Now the variable is here. Because it's a fraction, like survive divided by total, and then your previous survive total. Minus fraction is minus, there's a variable called minus here, and then you divide it by the total. Yeah. Divide it by total. Check, yeah, I'm correct. Okay, I'm correct. So if you're really not sure, you can just get the answer here. Okay. They'll give you the answer, you copy the answer, you paste there. So now there's a bonus exercise, we don't have to. See, after I complete, you see, there's a pop-up here. Up next, functions here. They're pushing you to the next chapter. Okay, not now. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back to my main chapter here, and I'm going to refresh the page. So you see, you get 2 ticks here. And then you see I'm 30% complete. And then once I complete everything, I'll get a cert. Okay, so now I will need you to complete functions, complete data types, complete conditionals, and complete intro to lists on your own. I think it might look a bit challenging, but every exercise there are solutions there given to you. So try and complete all of them. Take this time to recap and understand Python. So once you're able to do that, then I think you'll be a bit more prepared when we move on to the job sheet here, you see. So once you're in here, you might start to understand this a bit more. Okay? So with that, once you have completed, I would like you to submit your certificate to My Connection under assignments. Yeah, I will put up a submission area. I want your cert. Okay, if not, all the best. Try doing this. Yeah.